Welcome to the Spotlight. You're tuned into Wrestle Kingdom Legends, your go-to place for WWE heat, headlines, and highlights. Hit subscribe, ring that bell, and let's get started. The arena went silent, lights dimmed, and then, "Burn it down!" exploded through the speakers. Smoke, chaos, and history collided as Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins walked side by side for the first time in years. The Tribal Chief and the Visionary, united once more, ignited the WWE Universe in disbelief. This wasn't just a return, it was a resurrection, a declaration that the empire they built had come back to burn again. The return. That shook WWE, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. Reunite. The screen fades in with a sweeping shot of a roaring arena, a sea of flashing lights, camera phones, and fans on their feet. The energy is electric, the kind of goosebump-inducing chaos that only WWE can create. Spotlights dance across thousands of signs, each one screaming anticipation for something big. The commentary fades into static, replaced by the deafening sound of the crowd. For a few seconds, there's silence. Then, Michael Cole's voice cuts through the noise, shaky with disbelief. What is happening right now? The lights go out. The arena plunges into darkness. And in that instant, the world holds its breath. The sound that ignited the arena. For a moment, nothing but darkness. Then a low hum builds, the familiar rhythmic chant of, "This is awesome," echoing through the shadows. And suddenly, two words slice through the silence like lightning. "Burn it down." The entire arena explodes in sound. Pyro erupts, smoke fills the entrance ramp, and through the haze, two silhouettes emerge, side by side, walking through the chaos like kings returning to their kingdom. Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins, the Tribal Chief and the Visionary. Together again for the first time in years. The sight alone is enough to shake the foundation of WWE. It's not just nostalgia, it's resurrection. The crowd doesn't just cheer, they roar. Chants overlap, signs wave, tears fall, and for one surreal moment, the WWE Universe witnesses what they never thought they'd see again. Two of the greatest of their generation standing shoulder to shoulder. This isn't a reunion. It's a rebirth. A painful week before the storm. Only a week earlier, Seth Rollins had stood in the middle of Raw, broken, exhausted, and emotional. His shoulder heavily taped, the World Heavyweight Championship draped loosely over his arm. He looked around the arena one last time. With a trembling voice, Seth admitted what no warrior ever wants to say. "I gave this place my soul, but right now, I can't fight. I can't lift this anymore." Then, in an unforgettable image, he placed the title gently in the center of the ring. The crowd rose to their feet, chanting, "Thank you, Seth," as he fought back tears. It was raw, honest, and painful, the kind of moment that defines a career. But before Seth could even take that final walk backstage, tragedy struck. Out of nowhere, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed stormed down the ramp. These weren't random attackers. They were the faces of a new, dangerous movement, handpicked and molded by none other than Paul Heyman, the self-proclaimed vision of the future. Breakker grabbed a mic, looked down at Seth's fallen title, and said coldly, "Your vision's dead, old man. We're the new future now." Then came the attack. A spear that rattled the ring, followed by a crushing splash that left Rollins motionless. The audience watched in horror as Seth was stretchered out. The Vision had made its first move, and it came at the expense of the very man who defined the modern era. Destruction of the Vision. Breakker didn't hesitate. He charged full speed at Roman, and was met midair by a devastating spear that folded him in half. The sound echoed through the arena like a gunshot. Bronson Reed swung a steel chair toward Seth, but Rollins ducked, bounced off the ropes, and delivered a thunderous curb stomp that flattened Reed into the mat. Within seconds, the Vision lay in ruins. Roman and Seth stood tall in the ring as the crowd erupted into a standing ovation. CM Punk, clutching his ribs, looked up in disbelief. Jey Uso sat in the corner, dazed but smiling, whispering, "Respect." The energy was surreal, A collision of eras, an unscripted moment of unity and chaos. The message. Roman grabbed a microphone, his expression cold but focused. He looked out at the sea of fans and said, "You wanted to destroy the tribal chief. The Vision wanted to erase what I built. Well, the OGs fight back." The arena thundered with cheers. Then Seth leaned in, voice sharp and defiant. "You can't kill a vision that built this company. You can't destroy what burns forever." Roman extended his hand. Seth hesitated for only a moment before shaking it. And in that single handshake, the crowd erupted again. Years of tension, betrayal, and rivalry melted into one undeniable truth. When Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins stand together, WWE changes forever. Chaos. Behind the curtain. Backstage, the fallout was instant. Cameras caught Triple H and Adam Pearce sprinting through hallways, barking orders into headsets, trying to regain control. Paul Heyman, red-faced and furious, smashed a monitor with his fist, screaming at Breakker and Reed to finish the job next time. But the damage was done. The Vision's dominance had been shattered in one night. Meanwhile, Roman and Seth walked calmly down the hallway together. No words, no smiles, just purpose. A reporter dared to ask, "Are you two back for good?" Roman smirked. "We're back when this place needs saving." Seth added, "And right now, the Vision just got burned." No music, no pyro. Just two legends walking away from the chaos they'd created. The future. The Vision versus the legacy. Imagine it. Team Rollins, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Jey Uso. Versus Team Heyman, Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, Solo Sikoa, and a mystery powerhouse yet to be revealed. 4-on-4. Old blood versus new ambition. Experience versus arrogance. A storyline that blurs the line between the past and the future, between legacy and evolution. Heyman's vision may have promised a future, but it underestimated the strength of history. Roman and Seth together represent more than dominance. They represent the foundation of WWE's modern era. They're the blueprint for every new star that's come after them. The final image. The night ended with one last shot that will live forever. Roman and Seth stood tall on the ramp, shoulder to shoulder, smoke swirling behind them. Roman stared into the camera and said, "The Vision wanted power. But we built the Empire. And tonight, the Empire fights back." Seth looked over, that signature smirk curling across his face. He whispered, "Burn it down." Pyro erupted across the stage, fireworks lighting up the arena as the screen faded to black. The legacy lives on. That night wasn't just a return, it was a declaration. A warning to the next generation. Respect the foundation or be buried beneath it. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins didn't come back for nostalgia. They came back because WWE needed saving. And when the Kings of Chaos stand together, the future doesn't shine, it burns.